Hi everyone, welcome to marlamiller.com's Marketing the Muse. I'm Marla Miller, presenting one more quick query critique. It is, I don't know, we've done a few. Let's see, before I begin, I want to thank all of you who have responded to the blogging request. If you check the newsletter, I give some directions about what it is that I'm looking for. I would love to have enough bloggers on my list to rotate all of you through, but you have to have a platform, and it has to be something beyond your book. So that really is the only criterion, is that you have to have a pretty solid platform that must go beyond your book. And I particularly, just because this is my bent, I'm very interested in writers who are offering something to this world besides their prose. So if you're doing tutorials, if you're mentoring, if you're the topic of your novel or your nonfiction lent itself to a cause that you're just very passionate about or whatever, that's really what I want to post and profile at marlamiller.com. And if you'll notice, all of the bloggers that I have included so far are writers who are doing something in addition to writing and publishing their book. Not that that isn't enough, but we're looking for writers who are thinking just a little outside the box and are trying to keep up with our 21st century reality. And the reason why I want them at marlamiller.com is because I want them to role model to you what it is that I think writers really have to do these days. Speaking of writers who are thinking outside the box, I have launched a video blog for women called Me Quiet, You're Kidding Right. It is on the newsletter for all of you writers who are female. I know I'm discriminating, but who are female and over 45, you are invited to post a video on this blog. I would encourage you to think of it as your very own Toastmasters. So I don't want you emailing me saying, oh, I'd love to, except I'm too shy. If you're too shy to do a video in the privacy of your own home, then you're going to have some real issues when you're trying to sell your book. So consider this a dress rehearsal, and that will be your contribution. I will promote it like crazy. You can also include a 150-word bio. I'm doing this because of socio-political reasons. I'm a woman who is getting older, as every single one of us are, male or female, and you know, I have some pretty strong views about the way women are perceived in this culture once we begin to age, and that's all I'll say about that. And go to the vlog and find out more. It's a lot of fun. It's a little tongue-in-cheek and meant to be a good time, as well as perhaps send a message. Okay, so now I'm going to do the query letter, and this one is fairly long and it's nonfiction, which is cool because we don't do many of those. Here we go. Dear blank, when people mature, they may become more concerned about leaving a legacy for their children and future generations. They want to be remembered. They also want to give their loved ones the benefit of their experience and advice. An excellent way to share that information is through an ethical will or love letter to your family. Write Your Ethical Will the Easy Way is a nonfiction how-to book with 50,000 words, including a complete ethical will workbook to simplify the writing process. While an ethical will is a non-legal, non-financial document, to a family it is priceless. The four main components are history, past and present, lessons from life experiences, personal values and beliefs, and 4, hope for the future. By providing direction, writing guidelines, and a wealth of actual samples, this book enables the reader to easily create an ethical will that is a lifetime treasure for their families. As a professional personal historian, I write life stories for people and teach them how to capture memories. A logical offshoot of that business has been teaching clients how to create ethical wills. Over the course of teaching teleclasses and writing workshops, I developed the workbook that formed the basis for this book. It explains the basic content of an ethical will, in addition by including memory prompts and writing guidance. I enable writers to gather relevant stories that express what is important to them. The ideal audiences for writing your ethical will the easy way are aging baby boomers, grandparents, parents, community leaders, and anyone who wants to share their values and life experiences. An ethical will can be created at any time of life, but is often considered before or after milestone events, such as births, deaths, marriage, divorce, graduations, major accomplishments, serious illness, and the end of life. Emphasis on the writer's personal story make this book stand out from the competition. Some books, such as Ethical Wills, Putting Your Values on Paper by Barry Baines, MD, and The Wealth of Your Life, a step-by-step guide for creating your ethical will by Susan B. Turnbull, nicely explain the contents of an ethical will. However, they do little to help the writer delve into their own experiences and family heritage. Write Your Ethical Will the Easy Way offers guidelines for readers to truly speak from their heart and to formulate heartfelt communication to their loved ones. Years after graduating from the University of Illinois, I started memoir writing and creative writing at the University of Chicago. My professional writing experience includes biographies, family stories, technical and training documentation, contributions to the Association of Personal Historians websites, and historical and genealogical newsletters. I thoroughly enjoy sharing my message through speaking engagements, newsletters, blogs, and on my website, Gives It. Together they will make a strong platform to market this book. Upon your request, I am prepared to send a full proposal, including the table of contents, 15 chapters outlined in detail, and several full chapters and appendices. Thank you for taking the time to consider representing my work. I look forward to hearing from you. Please write or call if you have any questions. Sincerely. Okay. I'm actually checking time because that letter took me 3.5 minutes just to read. First thing right off the bat is that this is too long. And what this writer has done is, at the end when she said what she'd like to, what the book proposal included, it essentially sounded to me like the book proposal is the book. And that takes me to the feedback that I'm going to give her. This is much too detailed for a query letter. She actually gave the competition section of the book proposal. She might have cut and pasted and put it in there. But it's far too much for what you're trying to do here. You're trying to hook the agent. So I would really, if you want to keep it like this, I would really cut this down and mention competition in 2 sentences, no more. If they want the book proposal, they'll read your competition section. That's what it's there for. And when you write a book proposal, you might want to do a bit more reading about what you should put in that book proposal, because 15 chapters, outlines, and several full chapters is too much. Okay, having said that, what do I think of writing your ethical will the easy way? And again, I'm watching the time. I think that this is a perfect opportunity, once again, for this author to do this on her own and create an ebook. She's already doing teleclasses and writing workshops, and I think that an ebook with this, which sounds like a workbook, would be just a natural continuation of what she's already been doing. Now, am I telling her not to pitch it to agents? No, I'm not, but I got a feeling that this would not be a book that would get much attention from agents, simply because this area now has just absolutely burgeoned on the web. I mean, there's so many sites that are offering this kind of stuff. They might not call it ethical will, but I know Ancestry.com is a bit different than this, but there are all kinds of things out there that are encouraging, mostly boomers. It's aimed at boomers and beyond, to do their oral histories of their family, and that's essentially kind of what this is. So go ahead and pitch it. I would cut it down if you pitch it, again with the suggestions that I offered at the top of my critique. But I don't know why you would. I would do this as an ebook. I mean, you've already got a platform. You're doing webinars or you're calling them teleclasses. Is that what you're calling? Yeah, teleclasses. I would just extend, my platform online, my footprint, with an ebook. I absolutely would. I don't know why there would be any reason why you would want to take this any other place but to your own computer and figure out what kind of an ebook you'll need to do, because this one will need to be formatted for workshop, modules, etc. I mean, gosh, you could do an ebook of this and then offer 4 or 5 webinars that just talk about each section of this book. I mean, the possibilities are endless. So I'd really, really encourage you to think about keeping this one all to yourself. I hope that's helpful to you. Until the next time, be well and keep writing.